1737年，意大利名门望族美第奇家族最后一位男性继承者去世，后继无人，只留下一个女人安娜·玛利亚。临危受命下，她做了一个决定，把家族400多年来积累的全部艺术遗产捐给政府，由此诞生了现今世界最著名的博物馆之一——乌菲齐美术馆。
Since 1769, exactly 250 years ago, when the Uffizi was first opened to the public, and was not just a princely collection anymore, but the first big museum in the world that was open to everyone, just walking through the galleries, you learn how history evolved.
这里收藏了世界上最好的文艺复兴大师的杰作：乔托、波提切利、达芬奇、米开朗基罗、拉斐尔、提香、卡拉瓦乔。现在一年参观的人数超过400万。意大利佛罗伦萨、阿诺河流经整个老城区。乌菲齐美术馆由3个部分组成，位于北岸的乌菲齐画廊及南岸的皮蒂宫和博波里花园。美第奇家族曾经生活在这里。乌菲齐画廊所在的建筑曾是作为美第奇家族办公楼的乌菲齐宫，始建于1560年。这栋 U 字形带有双翼的建筑本身就是一件杰作。皮蒂宫在河对岸，连接两者之间其实有一条私密廊道，横跨阿诺河，全长近1000米。美第奇家族的辉煌时期产生了3位教皇和2位法国王后，且家族的每个人都是艺术赞助人和大藏家。他们像恒星一样，吸引着文艺复兴的巨匠们围绕。首先到达3楼顶层第1走廊，2排古希腊、古罗马雕塑一字排开，与天花板上的彩绘交相辉映。乌菲齐画廊的展厅陈列基本按文艺复兴的不同时期推进。最开始是从中世纪到文艺复兴初期的作品，内容多是宗教画，其中乔托的作品最为显眼。他的代表作《圣母登基》是透视画的典范之作。
We have created the new rooms dedicated to Botticelli and the 15th century, the early Renaissance.
一进门，映入眼帘的是馆藏之宝——乌尔比诺公爵和夫人双联画。这件作品由铰链装订在了一起，以便于展出。画面描绘了公爵和夫人的侧面，人物风格时尚，容貌描绘的也很逼真。比如公爵曾骨折过的鼻子清晰无误。双联画的背面是夫妇分别坐在马车上的场景，2人由庄重的圣女陪伴。接下来2个连通的展厅中，波提切利的2幅名作《春》和《维纳斯的诞生》最吸引众人的眼光。春这幅画里充满情欲的风神泽菲鲁斯追逐大地仙女克罗丽丝，强行与她结合。克罗丽丝因此化身成了花神弗罗拉。画中央是维纳斯站在花园里。有人说这是对主题春的最好诠释，也有人说它比喻着性自由。维纳斯的诞生，画面里维纳斯裸体站在一个大贝壳上，姿态轻柔的倾斜，眼神稍许忧伤，透出一种不同于肉欲的纯洁之美。 讲坛厅于1584年竣工，2012年最新修复。约6000片印度洋的贝壳镶嵌在穹顶，在点缀上多达130平方米的金箔片，最后上鲜红色透明漆。墙上挂着提香、巴萨诺等人的绘画。石桌后的雕像美第奇的维纳斯像，是1677年从美第奇别墅被转移到乌菲齐。来到西面走廊，首先遇到的是达芬奇的展厅。
The 3 paintings by Leonardo, The Adoration of the Magi, took almost 6 years to restore it. It was all covered with dirt for many, many centuries, which now has become a much richer painting after the restoration. You can see over 70 different figures in this painting. Before, it was only about 30 that you could see. The Raphael and Michelangelo room is really based on similarity and contrast by comparing the masterpieces of the portraits of the 2 Doni with the Tondo Doni by Michelangelo, and already learned all about the difference between Raphael and Michelangelo.
米开朗基罗是文艺复兴最伟大的雕塑家，这幅画是他现存的唯一完成的木板淡彩画，被认为是16世纪谜一样的作品。画中以圣家族来比喻佛罗伦萨商人多尼一家。这幅画很可能是在他们女儿生日时画的。前景是3个雕塑般的人物，背景中的椅座的裸体人物使画面得到平衡。他们的肌肉的描绘深受古代雕塑的启发。文艺复兴3杰中，传闻达芬奇与米开朗基罗都是同性取向。拉斐尔最年轻，而且对女人爱得发狂。拉斐尔笔下的圣母是人间各类女子美的集合。
Normally, if you have one Raphael, it's something extremely notable and people build an entire museum around it, but we have more than 20 at the Pitti Palace. In this room, there are over 12 paintings by Raphael.
这幅披纱巾的少女，拉斐尔画的是自己的情人。少女的手搭在酥胸，面孔娇柔，描绘的温柔细腻。再回到乌菲齐画廊的1楼，进入文艺复兴的晚期。提香的这幅乌尔比诺的维纳斯，被称为全世界最为性感的图像。金发散落的少女，左手遮掩着阴部，给人暧昧引诱的感觉。这幅画是由乌尔比诺公爵定制，要送给自己的新娘做指导用的。走过提香、维米尔、伦勃朗、鲁本斯的画作，来到卡拉瓦乔的展厅。这又是个天才，决过斗，杀过人，越过狱。美杜莎无疑是他最负盛名的作品。
Here, Caravaggio actually painted a shield on this convex surface. He was able to show the asymmetry of the physiognomical expression much further, and also the eyes, so she seems to be alive.
不论你向左走还是向右走，美杜莎的眼睛好像一直在盯着你，仿佛对我们说，目光可以杀人。
Here at the Uffizi, there are 3,000 objects between paintings and sculptures. Then, very different, the Pitti Palace was the imperial palace. There are 30,000 objects, not just between painting and sculpture, but also all sorts of decorative arts, clocks, vases, non-European art, rugs, textiles, everything. We have almost 200,000 works on paper, drawings that are normally not shown. There are many, many miles of archival materials. The Pitti Palace will also be connected in about 2 years via the Vasari corridor, and then it will be possible even to walk over from the Uffizi to the Pitti Palace.
近年来，乌菲齐自身也在进行着一系列的改革，从解决观众买票要排2小时内的难题，到重新调整馆藏陈列，提升观展体验，也举办顶级的当代艺术展。在这个时间仿佛静止的古城佛罗伦萨，乌菲齐美术馆在重新唤醒生机。